Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me, and today is the launch of a brand new prediction series. It's going to test my knowledge against yours at home. You can have your say on Twitter, and we also could be embarrassed by a random wheel. Let's get into today's video. So yeah, as I say, it's going to be every single week this hopefully. It's going to see 10 fixtures predicted by myself, by you at home, and by a random generator, and we're going to see who comes out on top. There's going to be a leaderboard, there's going to be odds, who knows what's going to happen. I can't wait for this, and the fixtures this week look incredible, so let's crack straight into them. So 10 fixtures, and the first one in the Championship that gets underway on Saturday is going to be Fulham v Brentford. Mouth-watering stuff in London, 3rd v 4th, two top scorers in the league going head-to-head. There might not be any fans there, but there should be a whole load of drama. I can't wait for this one, and it's going to be incredibly close to call. Mitrovic has got 23 goals so far. Watkins has got 22. And if you've seen my Championship prediction video, if you haven't, go and check it out. There could be a few spoilers ahead in this video. But I'm back in Brentford to just pip Fulham here and in the league table. So I'm going to go for an away win. 12:30 kickoff as well. Borough Swansea. This should be a good game. Borough has struggled for form under Jonathan Woodgate recently. Desperate for 3 points, just 2 points away from the drop. Swansea, meanwhile, going quite well in mid-table. The score's 3-1 in the reverse fixture, but there being no crowd could take a massive load of pressure off Borough. These are just going to be short previews, and then I'm going to give them a response because we've got a lot to get through. I think this one's going to be a draw. Millwall v Derby, Gary Rowett versus Philippe Cocu. This is a great matchup, but as I've mentioned before, I think Millwall might struggle at home with no fans. They rely on that atmosphere so much, in my opinion, to get them good results at home. Jayden Bogle and Wayne Rooney, welcome back to the Championship. Can't wait to start watching you again. And for this one, it's going to be close, but I'm gonna sit right on that fence, have a few splinters up my bum, and go for a draw. West Brom versus Birmingham next, and this is a big game. There was that 3-2 thriller earlier in the season at St Andrews, which saw West Brom come out on top thanks to 2 goals from Charlie Austin. And of course, this is Pep Clotet's the beginning of the end, if you like, because he's leaving in summer. He's not staying on at Birmingham. So it's going to be interesting to see how the players respond to that, how they respond to him, if they want to play their hearts out for him. But West Brom going for promotion, I think this one should be fairly straightforward. And I can't wait to see Pereira again. West Brom win. Hull v Charlton, that is a relegation 6-pointer if I've ever seen one. 21st versus 22nd, and what a game this could be. Maybe not in terms of quality, but in terms of drama. There's just 2 points separating them. It's going to see Grant McCann's Hull go up against Lee Bowyer's Charlton, and obviously Hull have been in awful form. Their last 13 matches in the Championship have seen 11 losses and 2 draws, if you can believe it. That is awful. But Charlton have got problems of their own. Of course, Lyle Taylor will not be playing for the rest of the season. He's the big miss, their top goal scorer. But despite this, I think Bowie is going to conjure up something here. And I back Macaulay Bonne maybe to step up in Lyle Taylor's place. Maybe Hemed, who knows. Charlton are going to win this one, I think, an away win. Sheffield Wednesday versus Forest next. This is a really interesting one in my opinion. The reverse fixture was that game at the City Ground, if you remember it, where Sheffield Wednesday were 4-0 up at half-time thanks to a Jordan Rhodes hat-trick and hung on to the win. Now, again, I've said we can't read too much into form. I don't think we can read too much into the reverse fixture. I'm not sure that'll ever happen again. Obviously, Wednesday have had some incredible results this season, losing 5-0 twice, and then obviously winning that game at the City Ground. And Forest are in the playoffs. They need to keep up a bit of form, keep those points ticking over. But I do think the atmosphere at Hillsborough lately has had a negative effect on Gary Monk and his team. There's going to be no fans, of course. We'll have to see what difference that makes. But I am again going to sit on the fence on this one, a draw. Luton versus Preston. Now the return of Nathan Jones up against Alex Neil. Now this should be another tight game. These are so hard to judge on. I could get all of them wrong. I hope not. And this is big for Luton. They only lost 1 in their last 6 games before lockdown. Tough to judge. Again, Preston, meanwhile, lost 4 of their last 5, but form's tough here. I think a lot of people will expect Preston to win this one. I think Nathan Jones' return could do something. I'm not sure Luton will stay up, but I think they're going to squeak this one. I'll go 1-0. I don't need to predict the score. Luton are going to win. Come on, Luton. Mark Warburton's QPR take on bottom of the league, Barnsley, and I think it might be a rough end to the season for Barnsley, and you've just got to look at those exciting QPR attacking midfielders. Bright Asai Samuel, he runs with the ball like a dream, and Ibireze he's brilliant, isn't he? He's brilliant to watch, he's so skillful, brilliant on the ball, and I can't wait to see both of them back, and I think QPR are going to win this one. 10th versus 7th at Ewood Park as Blackburn host Bristol City and Mowbray takes on Lee Johnson. Bristol City are going to need a few wins here to put the pressure on 6th place Preston and try and get back into the playoffs. It's going to be a tough one. This is a really close game, in my opinion. I'm a massive fan of both Bradley Dack and Adam Armstrong. I think they're both brilliant championship players, and I think they might just have enough to edge past Bristol on this occasion. Now, I predicted Bristol City to finish 6th in my championship prediction, so they're going to have to pick up if I think they're going to lose this game. I'm going for a Rovers win. And we finished with top of the table Leeds taking on Cardiff away from home. They probably won't be top when this fixture comes around. It's a Sunday lunchtime kick-off, but it's all about Leeds, in my opinion. I think they're focused, they're prepared. If you've read through their training regimes, they've been at it non-stop. I hope that doesn't cause burnout for them, for Leeds fans' sake. But this is going to be another good performance, I think, from Leeds. Calvin Phillips is going to galvanise his troops and lead the midfield. Pablo Hernandez is going to cause mayhem in the opposition box, and I think they've got enough to get past Cardiff here. I think they'll work hard, Cardiff, the hosts, but I don't think they'll have the quality to match Leeds. Leeds win. Now on to your predictions from this week. Let's take a look at what we've got. Remember to get involved next week for the voting. It's emptyseats_ on Twitter, so do follow so you can get your vote in and be counted. This week, the first game, Fulham-Brentford, 38% went for Fulham, just edging out Brentford and the draw. So close on this occasion, I can't believe it. But you've gone with Fulham, I went with Brentford. Should be close. In the Borough-Swansea game, you've gone with Swansea not just, really 55% of the vote. That's pretty comprehensive. I went for a draw here, so Swansea, I think they're favourites. I think that's something you see when a lot of people are voting for something. You see the favourites tend to win. Let's move on. You've gone for Millwall to beat Derby quite convincingly. It seems that was quite 59%. That's a good amount of votes there. But the next one is huge, really. West Brom got 94% of the vote against Birmingham. I mean, if they don't win that is a massive shock. 94%. 3% for the draw and 3% for Birmingham. Fair play to whoever voted for Birmingham in that one. Doesn't look likely to happen. You agree with me in that Charlton are going to beat Hull away from home. 69% of the vote there have gone to Charlton. And then Nottingham Forest, you thought again, would get an away win at Hillsborough against Sheffield Wednesday. As we saw in the Bundesliga, away teams do win more, so 2 away wins you've gone for there. In Luton, Preston, where I bet Luton, you've gone for Preston quite convincingly. 72% of you think that Preston and Alex Neil are going to get the job done there, and QPR Barnsley followed a similar pattern. 81% of you thinking that Mark Warburton's men would get all 3 points. Blackburn, Bristol City, and the first draw voted for here. 44% of you thinking this game would end in a draw, and I think that is something you see with public votes, is that fans of one team will vote for their team and fans of the other will vote for the other, but not many people predict a draw, except in this game, Blackburn, Bristol City, draw. And then Cardiff versus Leeds, absolutely no surprises here. 79% of you think that Leeds are going to get the job done over Cardiff. Now let's move on to the exciting bit, the random wheel generator. Honestly, if I or you lose to this random wheel, we are in serious trouble. Let's see what the wheel does. Hello guys, and welcome to this fickle finger of fate, the wheel. Where will it spin? We've got Fulham Brentford up first, probably the most difficult game to predict in the whole weekend, and the wheel's gone for Fulham, a home win. Next up we have Middlesbrough v Swansea, most of you backing an away win for Swansea here. What will the random wheel pick? They agree with you. Oh, coincidence? I think not. Millwall Derby up next at the Den. Millwall, of course, pushing for that playoff place. Will the wheel give them the win? No, it won't. It'll be a draw. Definitely the most one-sided fixture, this one, at least on paper. You guys have picked over 90% of people think that West Brom are going to win. What does the wheel think, though? That's the most important thing. West Brom, does this wheel know something about football? Seems to be predicting the favourites quite a lot. this huge relegation 6-pointer between Hull and Charlton. Whoever wins this will have a good chance of staying up. And the wheel has gone for Charlton just about. That is the thinnest of margins. Maybe it'll be a late goal, a 1-0 win. Wednesday v Forest up now. Let's see what the wheel has in store for us. Will this be a good game at Hillsborough? The home side are going to win it. Luton, Preston now. Luton, of course, desperate for these 3 points, stuck in the relegation zone. And they're not going to get them. It's going to be a Preston win to help in their playoff push. QPR versus Barnsley now at Loftus Road. Who's going to come out on top on this one according to the wheel? It's QPR, a home win. Blackburn, Bristol City is a tough one to call. Should be a very close game at Ewood Park. Bristol City pushing for the playoffs, but they'll only manage a draw here. And finally, Cardiff v Leeds. Leeds heavy favourites here, top of the league. They need a win to keep up their chances of promotion, but they're going to lose according to the wheel. They were the wheel's predictions, some cracking predictions in there. Just what we want to see. Cardiff to beat Leeds, that sort of stuff. But I've put together this table to tally down all of our predictions, mine, yours, and the wheels. And I've included the odds at the bottom if you put all of these into a tenfold accumulator. And blimey, my odds, 11,699 to 1. If you like the sound of my tips, I'm not sure I'd waste any money on that. Your odds, the Twitter odds, 6,574 to 1. That kind of goes along the lines of people tend to vote for the favourites, you know, your Leeds, your West Broms, so the odds are less, but that's still a hell of an accumulator if you fancy that one. And the wheel, 20,762 to 1. I tell you what, that would be incredible. Even if it gets 7 or 8 right, it'll be very, very impressive. Now, we all predicted Charlton and West Brom to win. West Brom, obviously the most convincing from you guys. They're likely to win. I was the only one to pick Luton to beat Preston. I've got faith in Nathan Jones, whereas the wheel was the only one to predict Cardiff to beat Leeds. Now, that would be a shock. So please do like and subscribe if you like the idea of this series. If you've got any suggestions, please put them below. I'd love to hear them. We can always improve things here. And please do follow me on Twitter if you want to get involved. That's emptyseats_. But I'll be back next week if this gets a lot of support. I'll be back next week for episode 2, where we'll see just how badly we did. Obviously, these predictions are hopefully going to be the worst of the lot, given the 3-month lockdown period we've had. But we'll see who comes out on top. Is it going to be you at home? Is it going to be me? Hopefully. Or is it going to be that wheel, which would be so embarrassing for all of us? We might as well jack it all in now. But thanks very much for watching, guys. I hope I see you on the next one.